Hello Internet and welcome to Medieval 2 Total War. I am Battlon and this is going to be my first video on my channel. We'll be doing a quick custom battle just to show that I am semi-competent. It's going to be on the desert map and I plan on doing Russia versus the nice Egyptians. Now I've done a mini series before, not on my channel, between these two, and Russia pretty much destroyed. But I want to see what happens this time. It's just going to be a single battle. But if you want a little mini series of these custom battles like that, leave it in the comments. Maybe leave a like. So I'm going to go for a very standard layout for an army. Now the dismounted Boyard Sons are a bit weaker than what I want them to be. Honestly, I just want a strong defense unit, and they're really not built for that. None of the Russian units really are, sadly. So I'm going to have to deal with what I have. I'm also going to take a Basilisk just as my one special unit. I like to mix it up with just a few units here and there. But besides that, it's usually quite a standard army. And I'm going to get the Cossack Musketeers just because I need the morale destruction more than anything, because the enemy Hashashian are just so overpowered. So for the Egyptian army, again, a very standard army. I'm not going to give them too much in the way of foot units because the Hashashian are just so powerful that they really don't need them. I'll give them the good bodyguard, two of the royal Mamluks. Sorry for my pronunciation, that's really just hard to say. Leave it in the description, not the description, the comments, if you know how to pronounce it, and if I'm pronouncing it terribly wrong. And if I am, sorry. So, a few of the Hashashian, 3 is really more than they actually need, and maybe just some Nubian spears, just for fun. I'll give them a few weaker archers, because honestly I don't need them rushing at me with some really powerful archers. So their weakness is going to be archers, but their foot units are just so overpowered. I'm also going to give them I would give them a Moganel. The Moganel is very destructive, but I'm not going to give them those because they're destructive, and they'll just destroy me. So I'm going to give them a Trebuchet, which is a nice target for my Basilisk, but I'm not going to aim for that usually. Let's just get right into a lot of Medieval 2 on this. I do a lot of strategy. I'm going to be doing a few other games. I have 2 other channels that I'm working with them. I currently have a video out with so you'll be able to go watch those. I won't be recording. I don't have any recording footage of any of those except for that test video that I did. So this is what the bulk of what my episodes are going to be like. Just short 10-minute videos. You're going to see the watermark here because I'm too cheap. So let's just get right into this battle. It's going to be a very standard army layout. You know, when you play this game long enough, you realize that this is a very standard shape for the desert maps that usually have a hill up here and then a downslope here. And I find that kind of boring and a little annoying, but the game's pretty awesome. So, I've done campaigns of this game before, and I've also done one with stainless steel, but stainless steel does not want to work for me, so I won't be doing any of those kind of campaigns soon. I do have a Third Age mod, so if you want to see that, leave it in the comments. So, I'm just gonna get right into it here. Now, I'm going to go for the very standard hammer and anvil, but with that cavalry, I've done this video a few times before, so it's very difficult for me. So let's just see how this battle lays out. So as you can see here, I actually made a mistake. I put my gunners in behind everything, so they were just going to shoot the backs of my guys. So I'm finally pulling them up, but maybe a little bit too late. They're going to get a few shots off, but I think the cavalry are just going to run them over. That flag, Anyway. Well, I'm getting a few shots off, and it appears my Basilisk are just going crazy here. They're currently aiming for the enemy trebuchet, and I'd rather them be aiming at the Rome outlooks. Oh, geez, that won't end well. I'm going to bring my Basilisk back. I'm going to start flanking around with my cav, maybe to distract theirs, maybe to get them into the battle. It appears they're just going to rush my front line, so that works pretty much in my favor. Okay, there we go. Big smack into my lines. I'm going to counter with my general just to keep them out. With all that push, it's going to really hurt my guys. So I'm going to start bringing my guys around, and it looks like I'm going to have to charge into these Malamutes because they're charging at me. Luckily, they're in a diamond formation, so their charge is stronger than their actual fight. So I should just be able to get in there and give them a nice good 1-2. Getting a bit of lag here, and I'm not sure why, but that's starting to clear up a bit. Here, let me just go over here for a moment. Yeah, there we go. So, it's a very standard battle so far. The Basilisk didn't really do me much good, which I should have known. I should have set it to auto-fire, but I didn't. So you can see that they're starting to counter with their bodyguard, and yeah, the game's now telling me I lost half my men, so things aren't going well, but I think I'm losing the battle over here with my Zarsgard. Yeah, I'm about to lose my Zarsgard. Oh well, it seems that I've cleared out this flank for the most part, so I'm just going to narrow in on his general and start coming in on the side to take out his Hashashian or Nubian spearmen. Bit of both. So you can see kind of where the problems start to put themselves in here. So with my Boyard sons kind of not in the best formation, I really should have put them in defense. It's early in the morning. I'm not really working at full capacity, so I'm usually a bit better than this. You can see their cavalry is just cutting through me, and their cavalry actually won that engagement, which I'm not overly surprised, but I'm kind of disappointed. There goes my general. I'm hoping that theirs will fall here in a minute, since he's just surrounded, but he doesn't seem to be taking too much trouble to it, so okay, they're starting to just punch through. I think this battle is lost. Yeah, I pretty much lost this battle. I'm just gonna shoot into their lines with whatever I got. If the cannons will shoot. It appears they don't want to. They're just gonna rout. So, crushing defeat. It even says crushing defeat. Yeah, that didn't go too well. But I'll probably put up a second video here. My next video is going to be a tribute to Leonard Nimoy in Star Trek Online. So if you want to see that, stick around, subscribe, be part of the battalion. So with that, I bid you adieu. Adios.